top 3 meals to save you leg cramps in seniors. Support your legs. Well, do you ever awaken inside the middle of the night, gritting your tooth in pain as a pointy cramp seizes your leg? The sudden unbearable tightness that makes you seize your cough, desperately watching for relief. If you've skilled this, you're no longer on my own. Side cramps can strike at any moment, disrupting your sleep, making it more difficult to stroll and slowly chipping away at your mobility. But what if I informed you that you may save you this ache with the aid of surely adding 3 effective ingredients for your food plan? Sure. Just 3 ingredients could make all the distinction. Foods which are scientifically established to reinforce muscular tissues, enhance flow and prevent painful cramps earlier than they even start. Nowadays, we're revealing those 3 superfoods. Side maximum humans forget about. However, could be the important thing to stronger healthful legs, so ensure to look at till the stop, because the ultimate one might simply surprise you. Earlier than we begin, inform me within the feedback in which are you looking from, and in case you want to maintain your legs robust and pain-free, hit that subscribe button and switch on notifications. Now permits dive in. Superfood primary eggs, the protein and nutrition D powerhouse. Image this. You are mendacity in bed, subsequently drifting off to sleep while abruptly ache. A sharp unbearable cramp grips your leg, locking your muscle mass in area. You clench your tooth, try to stretch, however, the ache won't let go. Sound familiar? For plenty seniors, this is not simply an occasional nuisance. It is a constant struggle, a battle towards muscle weak point nerve, misfires, and nutrient deficiencies that have been silently constructing up over time. But what if I instructed you that something as easy as eating eggs can be the key to preventing these painful cramps? Eggs had been a part of our diets for centuries. They're cheap, smooth to prepare dinner and packed with vitamins. However, maximum human beings haven't any concept how powerful they sincerely are. Specifically, when it comes to muscle strength, nerve function, and preventing leg cramps. Let's begin with the muse of muscle health, protein. As we age, our muscles clearly begin to reduce and weaken. This condition, called SOCPia, makes us more susceptible to unexpected cramps, muscle fatigue, and even trouble taking walks. On every occasion we rise up, climb stairs, or bring groceries, our muscle groups are operating, and without enough protein, they can't restore themselves properly. Now, here's something most human beings don't recognize. Now, not all protein is the equal. The protein in eggs is one of the maximum exceptional proteins available. Each egg contains approximately 6 to 7 g of protein, and in contrast to many plant primarily based sources, this protein is complete, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids. Your frame wishes for muscle restore, but protein by myself isn't always enough. It really is in which nutrition D is available in. You could have heard that nutrition D is essential for bone fitness, but did you are aware of it's just as crucial on your muscle mass? Without sufficient nutrition D, your frame struggles to absorb calcium, a mineral that plays an immediate function in muscle contractions. Vulnerable calcium absorption, way weaker muscle tissue, delayed recovery, and yes, extra common and painful cramps. And here's the trouble. Maximum seniors are nutrition D poor. Why? Due to the fact as we age, our pores and skin will become less green at producing vitamin D from daylight, and in case you're now not actively eating diet D-rich foods, your levels drop without you even realizing it. This silent deficiency is a prime motive why such a lot of seniors revel in middle-of-the-night leg cramps. Their muscle tissues aren't getting the guide they want, but eggs. They may be one of the few natural meals assets of nutrition D. Simply a couple of eggs a day can assist top off this vital nutrient, making sure your muscle mass lives sturdy and responsive. However, there's another hidden factor behind leg cramps that most people by no means think about. Nerve health. Have you ever felt a peculiar tingling sensation in your legs before a cramp hits? Perhaps a moderate numbness, or a peculiar burning feeling? Or this is your nerves sending distress indicators, warning you that something isn't always right. And one of the largest culprits at the back of nerve-associated cramps is a vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 performs a vital role in preserving the myosin sheath, the protecting coating around your nerves. Whilst B12 tears drop, this shielding leg starts to break down main to misfired nerve signals. Your muscular tissues get pressured settlement once they should not, and abruptly, you're in pain. Eggs are one of the best natural sources of nutrition, B12. With the aid of eating them regularly, you help shield your nerves, making sure they ship the proper signals to your muscle mass. This on my own can appreciably reduce the frequency and intensity of your leg cramps. However, it really is no longer all. Egg also include choline, every other effective nutrient for milk characteristic. Choline helps your apprehensive system talk efficaciously, lowering the probabilities of random muscle spasms or involuntary contractions. Now allows communicate approximately, certainly one of the largest myths surrounding eggs. Little cholesterol. For decades human beings had been warned that eggs improve cholesterol levels main to heart sickness. However, modern-day studies has debunked this delusion. In fact, studies display that ingesting up to 6 or 7 eggs in keeping with week has no significant impact on cholesterol levels for maximum people. As a substitute, eggs offer wholesome fat that assists stream enhance mind characteristic and even reduce infection, a key element in muscle pain and stiffness. And right here's something charming. Eggs can assist prevent nocturnal leg cramps. Leg cramps regularly strike at night, while your body is in restoration mode throughout sleep. Your muscular tissues undergo restore, but if they are lacking key nutrients like protein, nutrition, D and B12, they emerge as more at risk of spasms. By way of eating eggs in advance inside the day, whether for breakfast, lunch, or even dinner, you offer your muscle mass with the vitamins they want to restore and get better, while decreasing the chance of waking up in ache. But if you actually need to maximize the benefits of eggs, here's a pro tip. Pair them with different nutrient-rich meals that enhance absorption. As an example, ingesting eggs with leafy vegetables, like spinach, boosts iron absorption, which facilitates oxygen attain your muscle tissues more correctly. Pairing eggs with a small amount of healthful fat like avocado or olive oil increases the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin D. Adding eggs to whole grains or beans facilitates stability blood sugar levels, ensuring your muscles get a constant deliver of strength during the day. Eggs are greater than just breakfast meals. That muscle medication, a natural effective manner to defend your muscle mass, improve your nerves and forestall painful cramps earlier than they even begin. For seniors seeking to keep independence, mobility, and a lively pain-free way of life, including eggs to the weight reduction plan isn't always simply a good desire, it's a crucial one. However, eggs are just the start. The next superfood is even more effective, and possibilities are you're now not eating sufficient of it. Live tuned. And before we circulate on, have you ever experienced painful leg cramps at night? Allow me know within the comments. Your revel in may help others. Superfood quantity: 2 bananas. The potassium and magnesium shield. Consider this. You're taking walks via the residence feeling nice whilst unexpectedly your cough tightens like a vice. The ache is sharp, sudden, and insufferable. You freeze desperately looking to stretch it out. However, the muscle won't budge. Leg cramps can strike at any time, but they often appear while you least count on them. All through a non-violent walk in the midnight, or maybe at the same time as sitting. Nevertheless, they arrive without caution, gripping your muscular tissues like a clenched fist, leaving you in discomfort. And the worst component: the older we get, the extra common and extreme they end up. But what if there was a way to prevent these cramps earlier than they even start? What if a simple natural food should help your muscle groups stay calm, bendy, and pain-free? That is exactly what bananas do. There is a cause why expert athletes never step onto the sector without consuming a banana first. They recognize that their muscle mass need a regular deliver of key minerals to settlement and relax properly. Without those vitamins, that muscular tissues grow to be indignant, stiff, and vulnerable to cramping. The maximum essential of these minerals: potassium. Potassium is an electrolyte that acts like a natural muscle relaxant. It helps muscle groups contract when wanted, and then relax smoothly afterward. When your potassium stages drop, your muscular tissues start behaving unevenly. They tighten up all of a sudden, sending sharp waves of pain through your legs. However, right here's where it receives even greater critical. Potassium isn't always just about muscle cramps. It also performs an important position in nerve feature and blood move. Without sufficient potassium, your nerves warfare to send the right signals in your muscle groups. This will lead to misfires wherein muscle contracts involuntarily, causing unexpected painful cramps. And here's something most humans do not recognize. Low potassium degrees may be deadly. A situation called hypokalemia happens when potassium levels drop too low, main to excessive muscle weak point, irregular heartbeats, or even paralysis.
One of the first warning symptoms of hypokalemia, common painful leg cramps.
Bananas are one of the richest natural resources of potassium. Eating simply one banana a day replenishes your potassium degrees, maintaining your muscle mass robust and stopping cramps before they begin. But here's the surprising component: potassium alone isn't enough. Many humans suppose consuming a banana will instantly cure their leg cramps, and at the same time as potassium is essential, there is another mineral. It really is simply as important.
Magnesium.
Magnesium is the muscle rest mineral. If potassium helps your muscle tissue contract properly, magnesium ensures they could relax afterward. Without sufficient magnesium, muscle mass stay tight, stiff, and overworked, making cramps far much more likely.
Ian, bet what? Maximum seniors are magnesium poor.
As we age, our bodies soak up less magnesium from meals, and sure, medicinal drugs like diuretics and blood pressure capsules can drain magnesium tiers even quicker. The end result: muscles that don't get the recuperation they need. Bananas are one in every of nature's first-rate assets of both potassium and magnesium, making them a powerful two-in-one treatment for leg cramps. They refuel your muscle mass, loosen up tension, and prevent painful spasms before they manifest. But there is greater. Bananas additionally include diet B6, an important nutrient for nerve health. Vitamin B6 facilitates your nerves talk smoothly with your muscle groups, preventing misfires that lead to sudden involuntary cramping. Without enough B6, your muscle tissues may overreact to the smallest actions, triggering extreme pain. So the massive question: how many bananas have to you devour? For most seniors, one banana an afternoon is ideal. It presents a steady dose of muscle-supporting vitamins without overloading your system. But if you have diabetes, you will be thinking, is it safe? The solution is yes, however, with a small adjustment. Bananas are naturally high in herbal sugars. Because of this, they can spike blood sugar levels if eaten alone. However, here is a simple trick: pay your banana with protein or healthy fat. As an example, eating 1/2 a banana with a handful of nuts or a spoonful of peanut butter throws down sugar absorption, keeping blood sugar stages strong at the same time as nevertheless handing over all of the muscle cramp fighting blessings. And recollect, hydration matters too. Bananas assist replenish misplaced minerals. However, in case you're not ingesting enough water, your body cannot distribute those nutrients well. Dehydration makes muscle mass extra prone to cramping, irrespective of how tons potassium or magnesium you eat. So in case you really want to mention goodbye to painful leg cramps, here's what to do. Devour one banana a day, or 1/2 a banana, if diabetic. Pair it with protein or healthful fats to balance blood sugar. Drink lots of water to help your muscles absorb nutrients. Bananas are one of the simplest solutions for preventing leg cramps. Obviously, they paintings rapid, they're low priced, and they may be scrumptious. No extra waking up in ache, no more unexpected stabbing pains whilst taking walks, no greater suffering in silence. Simply strong, healthy, cramp-free muscular tissues, all from one simple fruit. However, what if I instructed you there may be another superfood that works even quicker to forestall cramps? One which maximum humans absolutely ignore. Live tuned. Have you ever tried eating bananas for leg cramps? Did it work for you? Permit me recognize within the comments. Fin spinal superfood wide variety, 3 nuts and seeds. The muscle recovery secret: imagine waking up in the midnight frozen in pain. Your leg muscle mass are locked in a decent insufferable cramp. You attempt to stretch, however, the ache is simply too extreme. A sound familiar? If so, that you're not alone. Leg cramps are a frustrating and painful reality for plenty seniors. But what if the solution to this hassle becomes something as easy as including a handful of nuts and seeds to your everyday habitual? These tiny unassuming foods hold the important thing to muscle fitness and recovery. They're packed with minerals that preserve your muscle mass functioning smoothly, fats that enhance stream, and nutrients that assist repair and protect muscle fibers. Maximum humans ignore them, not knowing that they can be the distinction between waking up with ache or waking up feeling sturdy and sell. One of the most critical motives nuts and seeds work so nicely in opposition to leg cramps is their excessive magnesium content material. Magnesium is a mineral that acts like a natural muscle relaxer. Without enough of it, your muscle groups can emerge as stiff, overactive, and at risk of unexpected painful contractions. Sadly, magnesium deficiency is extraordinarily not unusual in seniors because the frame absorbs less of it with age. If you're often experiencing cramps, fatigue, or muscle weak point, there is an amazing risk your magnesium degrees are too low. However, magnesium isn't always the handiest reason nuts and seeds are so effective. They're also rich in potassium, another vital mineral that prevents cramping. Even as magnesium allows your muscle tissue relax, potassium guarantees the agreement well. Without sufficient potassium, your muscular tissues might misfire, leading to painful spasms that seem to come out of nowhere. Many people assume bananas are the first-rate source of potassium. However, nuts and seeds, in particular almonds and pistachios, are packed with it too. In case you've ever observed that your leg cramps seem worse at nighttime, there's some other factor at play. Negative movement. When your blood drift slows down your muscular tissues, don't get sufficient oxygen, making them much more likely to cramp up. This is why nuts and seeds are this sort of game changer. They are loaded with wholesome fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, which help enhance blood circulate. Better stream method, your muscles receive the oxygen and vitamins they need, lowering the threat of cramping and stiffness. Inflammation is some other hidden offender at the back of common leg cramps. When your muscle tissues are infected, they come to be extra touchy and prone to spasms. Nuts and seeds, especially walnuts and flax seeds, include anti-inflammatory compounds that help reduce muscle swelling and pain. This means that by adding them in your weight loss program, you're not just stopping cramps, you're also supporting normal muscle fitness and making motion less difficult. Another lesser recognized but similarly critical nutrient determined in nuts and seeds is zinc. Whilst magnesium and potassium get maximum of the attention, zinc performs a vital position in muscle repair. Whenever you move, tiny tears shape in your muscle fibers. This is a natural part of muscle feature. However, without sufficient zinc, your body struggles to repair those fibers, leaving your muscle mass feeling sore, vulnerable to cramping. Cashews specifically are an outstanding source of zinc and can help speed up muscle recovery, lowering discomfort and stopping future cramps. One of the quality matters about nuts and seeds is how clean they're to encompass for your weight loss plan. In contrast to a few fitness ingredients that require complicated training, you may without a doubt grab a small handful and eat them as a snack. They are convenient, delicious, and incredibly powerful at stopping cramps. But element control is important. At the same time as nuts and seeds are full of useful vitamins, they are additionally calorie-dense. So a small handful, approximately 1 to 2 oz in line with day, is all you need to reap the benefit. In case you're searching out the excellent options, pumpkin seeds are one of the maximum natural sources of magnesium and are terrific for muscle rest. Almonds offer an effective aggregate of potassium and healthy fats, making them high quality for muscle characteristic and flow. Pistachios are particularly wealthy in B nutrients, which help maintain the nerves and muscle mass communicating well, decreasing misfires that result in cramps. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, making them a splendid preference for enhancing flow and reducing inflammation. And in case you're searching out an all-around powerhouse, flax seeds and chia seeds provide a perfect mixture of hydration-boosting fiber, anti-inflammatory compounds, and muscle-assisting minerals. It is clean to brush aside nuts and seeds as just any other snack. But whilst you take a look at the science in the back of them, it turns into clean that they're one of the only herbal treatments for muscle cramps. They target the root reasons: magnesium deficiency, low potassium, terrible flow, irritation, and sluggish muscle recovery. Multifunctional, simple, nutritious bundle. So in case you're tired of waking up in ache, struggling with sudden muscle cramps, or feeling like your legs are not as strong as they was, begin incorporating nuts and seeds into your everyday recurring. It's a small change that can make an international of difference, maintaining your muscle tissue strong, flexible, and cramp-free for future years. So we have reached the quit of this dialogue. However, for you that is just the start of something effective. The beginning of a life with more potent legs, fewer cramps and higher mobility. Due to the fact, now you don't simply recognize why leg cramps take place, but you furthermore might have the answer right in front of you. Ardent saying, for straight element. It is easy. It is natural. Natural. It's in your arms. Consider it. Every chew you're taking is both fueling your muscle mass or leaving them liable to ache and weakness. And on the subject of leg cramps, the difference among struggling and comfort comes all the way down to the vitamins your body is getting or lacking. Eggs aren't just a breakfast staple, they are muscle repairing, nerve strengthening, and cramp stopping powerhouses. The high quality protein in eggs enables rebuild muscle, while nutrition D ensures that your body absorbs calcium efficaciously. Due to the fact without it your muscle tissues in reality won't work the manner they must. And let's now not overlook B12, an essential nutrient that maintains your nerves firing while preventing the one's unexpected, excruciating spasms in your legs. Bananas, on the other hand, are nature's solution to electrolyte imbalance. In case your muscular tissues have ever locked up, there may be a good risk your potassium degree have been too low. An unmarried banana can assist restore that stability, stopping cramps before they even begin. And thanks to its magnesium content, bananas also assist your muscle groups relax nicely. No greater surprising painful tightness within the middle of the night. Then there are nuts and seeds. Tiny, unassuming, but full of the whole lot your muscle tissues want to stay robust and cramp loose. Magnesium, potassium, healthy fats, and even omega-3s all paintings together to enhance flow, reduce inflammation and maintain your muscle tissues functioning smoothly. Because every now and then the actual problem at the back of cramps isn't only a lack of minerals. It is terrible blood glide, and that is exactly in which nuts and seeds come in, ensuring that your muscle tissues get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay relaxed and ache-free. Now the choice is yours. You could both allow leg cramps retain to disrupt your life, or you can take manage starting nowadays. Those are not just random foods, they're your frame's natural medicinal drug, your first line of defense in opposition to muscle weak spot and painful spasms. However, now I want to pay attention from you. Have leg cramps ever disrupted your sleep? Do they forestall you from moving as freely as you want? And which of those foods do you already consume? Drop your mind within the remarks. I read every single one, and earlier than you pass, in case you found this useful, don't forget to hit that like button. It enables this data attain extra folks who want it. And of root subscribe and activate notifications so you never miss and replace on how to stay strong, healthful and active. Your body is your greatest asset. Contend with it and it will cope with you. Live sturdy, stay healthy, and I'll see you within the subsequent video.